Riding a bike can be such a pleasant way to enjoy our beautiful North Country summers. You get some exercise, feel the sunshine, all while catching a breeze. But getting on and riding a bike can be hard for people who are getting older or have disabilities. Today, we revisit a group that's working to share the joy of biking for everyone. That's today's Story of the Day.
Support for Story of the Day comes from Morja Wealth Management, serving the North Country for 3 generations. MorjaWM.com. Advisory services offered through Hightower Advisors LLC. Securities are offered through Hightower Securities LLC, member FINRA, SIPC. And Kinney Drugs, now accepting S3 Nations benefits and OTC Network Wellness benefit cards for eligible over-the-counter health items. Details at KinneyDrugs.com.
Hey, I'm Richard Haller. It's Tuesday, August 18th. First up. For nearly 20 years, the Adirondack Common Ground Alliance created a culture of cooperation inside the park's Blue Line. But as the New York Public News Network's Pat Bradley reports, the group surprised some when it recently announced it'll be ending its operations.
The Alliance worked to coordinate and bring together diverse stakeholders in the Adirondacks, including local governments, environmentalists, businesses, and state agencies. An annual forum brought the groups together to find cross-sector solutions to issues facing the region. Now, the Alliance's core team says it's mission accomplished. They've established, quote, a lasting culture in which listening, learning, and good faith dialogue are central to solving our region's challenges, unquote. Adirondack Council spokesperson John Sheehan is pleasantly surprised to hear that the group is ending.
Having been one of the founders of this organization, the Adirondack Council really was interested in its mission from the very beginning and was hopeful that it would help us to bridge some of the divide between the conservation community and local government. And I think that it has largely accomplished that. I'm pleased to say that we think that we've made enormous progress on that front, and that while in the past the Adirondacks might have been considered a place where people did more arguing than agreeing, we're seeing a reversal of that trend now.
Protect the Adirondacks Executive Director Claudia Bramer was also surprised that the Alliance is ending, but she says work to address issues facing the Adirondacks is ongoing.
I think of the constitutional amendment on the closed correctional facilities and trying to get those converted into affordable housing. I mean, that kind of work is happening all the time with the groups around the park. Common Ground wasn't doing the day-to-day work to make things like that happen. Common Ground doesn't have staff. One of the things that I liked the best about it and I thought was helpful was for networking.
Town of Keene Supervisor Joe Pete Wilson says the Alliance's core team had extensive discussions on its future.
It was a very thoughtful decision informed by the work that people were doing that was a reflection of the ideals of CGA and what kind of need there might still be for a group dedicated to just bringing people together.
Wilson said the Adirondack Common Ground Alliance has created a model for addressing diverse issues and has inspired a new generation of leadership discourse.
The goal of CGA was to be the bridge when an issue was so difficult that productive conversations weren't happening. My first involvement with Common Ground Alliance opened my eyes to a different way to approach issues and how we solve them.
A release announcing the Alliance's end states that collaboration across sectors is far more common than it was 18 years ago, and, quote, from the beginning, CGA's goal was not to become a permanent institution, unquote. Instead, the release said the Alliance's purpose was to change the conditions in which important decisions were made and to make a space where collaborative leadership was commonplace. In Plattsburgh, I'm Pat Bradley for the New York Public News Network.
A nonprofit that launched in Plattsburgh last year is on a mission to bring joy to everyone, no matter their age or physical ability. Kara Chapman went on a ride along with Cycling Without Age Adirondack Coast and brought us this story, which first aired in 2025.
I'm cruising along with Joan Herzig on the Terry Gordon bike path, which runs along the coast of Lake Champlain. The sun is shining, and we've got a nice breeze in our faces.
We're on the radio, Joan, so can you describe for me the view that we have right now?
Well, you can't beat this view. You're looking over at Lake Champlain, and on the other side is the Vermont mountains.
You might think Herzig and I are on bicycles, and you'd kind of be right. We are on wheels. But we're actually passengers on an e-assisted trishaw. Think 3 wheels with a passenger box up front, kind of like a carriage. Seated behind us is our very careful pilot, Rebecca Boer-West.
Well, I always try to consider that even though it might be just a small bump, it's felt differently up front than it is, for me. So want to make sure that the experience is enjoyable.
Boer-West is the founder of the local chapter of Cycling Without Age. It's a worldwide movement that, quote, aims to provide joy and vitality to all through the magic of bicycle rides. Their main tools are trishaws, like the one we're riding. Boer-West first learned about Cycling Without Age several years ago. She made a mental note to look into bringing it to the Plattsburgh area after she retired. But then COVID happened, and with it, isolation and separation from loved ones, something many in senior living experience all the time. So Boer-West decided to move up her timeline. She still works as a medical massage therapist and functional health coach, but she felt now was the time to bring Cycling Without Age to Clinton County.
People need this now. We need to break the isolation, the separation. We need to decrease depression, and the list goes on.
After 2 years of planning and fundraising through grants and private donations, Cycling Without Age Adirondack Coast officially launched last June, with rides in Plattsburgh, Rouse's Point, and Chazy. Since then, the organization has continued to grow. They've added 2 more trishaws, which cost $12,000 to $15,000 apiece. They're also busy training and recruiting new pilots. Scott Slater is a volunteer in the Plattsburgh area. He offers rides at a local assisted living community every Monday.
It just seemed like the older we get, the more we realize how important elder care is. It's just a nice opportunity to give back to that community and share.
Slater was already an avid cyclist before joining Cycling Without Age. There's a lot he wants to share with his riders about the joy of biking.
You hear things you're not going to hear in a car. You smell things you're not going to smell in a car. So the connection to the outdoors is more present, and that's what appeals to me in bicycling. Traveling at the speed of a bicycle is a great speed to be at.
It's a different speed than what Herzig is used to. On our ride, she tells me she's a native Vermonter and enjoyed snowmobiling while raising her 4 kids. The family also used to go hunting, fishing, and camping.
No, we don't do that very much. But I still love to get out for a ride or just to enjoy the outdoors.
Herzig is a frequent trishaw passenger, and she's become an ambassador of sorts, recruiting new riders among her fellow residents at the Lake Forest Senior Living Community and others.
Have you gotten your son on one of these yet?
I have not. No, I have not, but I'm working on it.
Cycling Without Age isn't just for seniors. In 2024, the organization served more than 180 passengers, ranging in age from 11 to 103. Boer-West says Cycling Without Age is for anyone who'd benefit from getting out, including grandparents, their children, and grandchildren who ride together.
Just because you can still ride a bike and walk and so forth does not mean that you cannot be a passenger along somebody who's not able to. And because the whole point is creating memories and bringing people together.
At Herzig's insistence, we follow the Saranac River Trail on a big swirly loop around the city. It's her favorite trip to make on the trishaw.
What do you like about it?
Well, it's by the river. That's the big thing. It's by the river, and you cross the river several times, and it's just, well, listen to it. You can hear.
We make our way across a footbridge, through a church parking lot, and down Monty Street, where Moma Elementary students are leaving school for the day.
Hello, hello.
We wave at the kids and their families, and we can't help but laugh.
Yes, of course we do. Of course we do.
Herzig beams and waves goodbye, and we bike on. That's what Cycling Without Age is all about, creating memories and bringing people together. Kara Chapman, North Country Public Radio, Plattsburgh.
That story first aired in May. More news all the time at our website, ncpr.org. Music today by Alan Dunham of South Glens Falls and Evan Veenstra of Gananoque, Ontario. I'm Richard Haller, North Country Public Radio.